daily motivation and inspiration. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Nadya. I'm certified health, life, and fitness coach, and also Shaklee products advocate. I help men and women in their 50s to lose stubborn 20 pounds so they can finally fit in clothes they want to fit and keep it this way through a transformation of their lifestyle and habits. And if you like topics like this, please join our Friends in Health Facebook group for your daily motivation and inspiration in your wellness journey. Also, videos like this and more are uploaded to my YouTube channel, The Natural Power 100. And you also can receive newsletters from me, and you can subscribe through nadyatouch.com/newsletter. This will be received to you via email every Thursday morning. All right, and also I just recently created a wellness center. This is something that you can explore on your own when you have a free time on the weekend or not. Maybe just plug in and listen to a recorded webinar on different health topics. And I will post all these links. You don't have to think about them right now. After this live, there will be right underneath the comments, whether on social media or YouTube. You will be able to find them under the comments. Click subscribe, click join. All right, and our topic today on detoxifying your life. We are in the month of April. April is big month on clean environment, earth, and as a certified health and life coach, I have chosen the topic of 360, detoxifying your life 360. So last week we focused on detoxifying your, what was that? Today, we are talking about the topic detoxifying your body. The first was the mind, and it is, though it seems to be simple and not, it is really the most important. Start with yourself. Start by committing that you are committed to your health. I know there's always something more important. We have families, we have children, we have spouses, we have job, we have houses to clean. There's so much we have to take care of that it seems to me that this is always like a priority. It stands in front of us. You know that you have to do it, and we tend to do that before taking care of ourselves. And what I noticed in the gym when I see people in the morning and then when they leave the workout, they are really so present to how grateful they are for taking care of themselves, especially our early morning workouts at 5:30, 6. They know they're starting the day by taking care of themselves, their own body actually. And your mind follows and vice versa. It really works as a two-way street. That's why today's topic is detoxify your body. And you know, I hear a lot that when I have a conversation at the gym with someone who would like to start on a fitness program, and we really have those obstacles as main obstacles in other areas of life, not just fitness. No time, by the way. If you hear yourself, if you feel that time is really challenging for you, please put in the comments, #time. How about money? It takes money to get a personal trainer. It takes money to buy healthier food. Organics cost more expensive. It just takes money to take care of your health. So if you're there, if you feel this way, please put in the comments, money. And this will be actually good for me to know how to actually see your comments. Okay, hey, all right. I already see comments. I'm learning. So this is my third time and the first time I see your comments. So thank you so much. Watching live, awesome. Thank you so much for joining and watching. Would be nice for me to know how to create a watch party without focusing on inviting. So if you can create a watch party while watching, it's amazing. It will help us to spread the message. The other A really big obstacle for us, let me know if you're there, is motivation. I just want to be motivated to do it. This seems to be actually to me very close to time. Time comes first and then motivation. So if you feel you're there, you're there, please put in a comment motivation. Or what other obstacles do you think we might have when we take care of our bodies? What stands in the way of taking care of our own body first? Time, money, motivation. There's always something else more important. So if you're there, please put hashtag more. Do you feel this way? Do you have another one? Please give me in the comments. What would that be that, or maybe you can think of something else. And you know what's interesting? I wonder if this comes to your mind when you hear detoxifying your body. What comes to your mind first? When I hear this nowadays, I think what comes to my mind first is some kind of detox program that I'm going to be offered, or cleansing program, or something, by the way, where I have to spend money and do something that I may not want to do. So it's something that creates an extra effort. Oh, here's another one, effort. Okay, see in the comments time. For me, it will be time too. And I think it's marketing nowadays. Don't you think so? When we hear detoxifying or cleansing, it sounds like a marketing approach. And we're so hyped up on that. So we're thinking that, okay, for me, in order to start somewhere, let me just do detox. What is it? How much is it? What do I need to do? And then when I hear all the answers, I decide a little too much for me. And I end up doing nothing. Or we jump into the detox, and whatever the detox is involved, maybe we're going to bathroom too often, or maybe we are stuck with eating or something particular diet. We lose some weight, we get off the detox, and then we gain weight back, and it's like you probably heard an expression, a vicious cycle continues. That's not fun and not sustainable. For me, for my mission is to drop 20 pounds and keep it this way. So how do we do this? Sustainability. So imagine your body is like a vehicle. Maybe you've heard this comparison from me. So, well, actually you're driving a car, and if you hear some kind of rattling sound in your car, you start listening. What is that? Where is it coming from? What might that be? What shall I do about that? Because you really want your car to be safe to deliver where you want to go, isn't it? Well, imagine that your body is like a vehicle. For you to live the life you want and get where you want to be, you want your body to deliver you there safely, better, happily, and healthy, isn't it? So why don't we listen to our bodies? If something is, the body is constantly talking to you. Yes, it does. If something is hurting, if something is not comfortable, and it's our job to actually listen to our body when it talks to us. Most of the time, we are so busy, speaking of time, that we are not even listening or intuitive to our own body. That's where it starts. And you don't need any time, no money. Just listen to your body. Sometimes it's 10 breaths or 2 deep breaths. You remember? We breathed a little bit last week. Just take 2 deep breaths and ask, how am I feeling? What's in my body? How can I help my own body? And maybe you've heard the expression, healthy person is a happy person. And it works both ways. If you feel happy, hey, what? You will be taking care of your body. So your body is healthy. And the physical awareness of your body, how you're taking care of your body, the body will give you thank you and the gratitude by feeling happy. So let's talk about it. All right. Well, number one, that is to, well, you know what? Before number one, let me just get a couple of things out of the way. And I'm kind of curious, what will be the number one that you're thinking about I'm going to mention? So tell me, what are you thinking? What's the most important that you can do to detoxify your body? What's your opinion? Throw me a word or two. Well, getting out of the way, a couple of things. How about alcohol? We all know moderation is good. You probably heard a glass of wine is okay a day. Yes, all in moderation. So 1 ounce a day and no more. Drinking too much alcohol really toxifies your liver. Help our body to be light and not toxified. Another one, smoking. Whether you smoke or somebody else smokes in your household or at the workplace, second smoking is as bad as first smoking. Let's help ourselves. Please don't smoke. I don't know what else to say here. Those are the things we know, right? Do we do them? So I'm not sure if you will be willing to share here, if you actually would consider to get down on the alcohol a little bit. So maybe give me #drink. Or if you would consider who is smoking in my household, maybe it's me, #smoke. Or maybe you know someone who kind of needs to start there. Just give me feedback so I know where you are. Sleep well. Okay, number one, sleep well. Let me see what I have. Well, number one is water. Yes, actually, number one is sleep. Detoxifying your body is great. And that is my next point, followed by 1 and 2. And water is so much more important. So much of our body is made of water. Drinking clean water really detoxifies your body big times. How much does it cost? Those are the things you can do, sometimes even without spending any money. Detoxifying your body doesn't mean you have to spend time, money. You got to drink anyway. Why drink clear water? What's interesting, my water is on the floor, but right now I'm drinking my green tea. It's all about green this month for me. Number 2, but it's all in the realm of nutrition right now. And last couple of weeks ago, you heard from me, you are what you eat. So let's talk about, I'm jumping here. I'm going to go back and give you a tip. I actually saw this tip a couple of weeks ago in the bathroom of a run-on store. And I'm coming back to the first tip of drinking water. And the tip was, we get a question, how much water shall I drink? Well, yes, there is a formula, but to make it simple and easy, you can actually have your own testing by looking at your pee. Yes. So if it's dark or bright, pay some attention. Brownish color, call the doctor. Yellow, you're dehydrated. It needs to be as light as possible. If it's light, you're good and hydrated. Here you go. Drink plenty of water, do your own testing. You are what you eat. And again, when you walk in a store, there's so much marketing there. It drives me crazy. Can I just say that? Natural, organic, gluten-free. All these things on the label, but most of it is marketing. What you want to do is to pick up the product, turn back label, and actually read the fine print of the ingredients. The main tip, and I'm actually one of the people, I started reading labels, but I stayed away from them for a very long time because it's just, how do I know all these ingredients? Well, that's a good question. If something doesn't sound right, it probably is not right. So we want to approach, I think the concept is called Farmer's Joe label. The least amount of ingredients in the label, the better. If some ingredient doesn't sound like you even familiar with it, what? That's probably the ingredient you want to stay away from. The fewer ingredients, the better. Got that? So I wonder if this is something you actually would consider next time where you're buying the product, maybe that you have been buying already because it says organic or natural on the label. Would you consider to turn around and look at the label and see how close to Farmer's Joe label it is? So if you would, please give me hashtag label or just type label. Okay. Now, another aspect that I'd like to mention here is about organic. And organic is great because it doesn't have toxins. But at the same time, you don't have to buy all organic. So if it is the produce that have a thicker skin, you don't have to buy organics. Just wanted to give you that. But again, be mindful. If it's non-organic, the toxins are used, and it's just like our skin, it still gets inside of the skin. So organics are better, but if it's the budget produce that have a thicker skin, you don't have to buy organic. Okay, get the money out of the way. And please stick with more vegetable proteins. Or if you really have to have animal protein, choose or consider to use more leaner proteins such as fish, chicken. Please stay away from heavy animal proteins. Would you? I know sometimes for most of us it's hard. We are in Texas, we eat big steaks here, but they're really heavy on our digestive system. All right. Well, would you please stay away from fats, unhealthy fats? We do need to have healthy fats in our system, such as avocados, quick example. But fast foods, do we really need that? The same amount of calories you eat, but not the quality. Sometimes we count our calories, but do we actually see what's in those calories? Yes, it is about how much you eat, but most important, it's about what you eat. Fresh fruits and vegetables, of course, and also choose fiber. This really will detox your body naturally. It will bulk up your stool and detoxifies your liver. Did I just say that? And your body. I'll repeat myself and don't even notice. Fresh fruits and vegetables. I am supporting, well, I've got to eat anyway, so I will just choose that. Sometimes it's hard for me to eat fresh fruits and vegetables for all day long and so many days in a row. I stir fry them, but it's still vegetables. Well, fruits will be interesting. From fruit, I actually make smoothies. So I just use the same, let's say, produce ingredients, but in different variation. It gives my taste buds a little break from fresh, stir fry, then back to fresh, etc. Okay. Number 3, sleep. Sleep is so important. In our sleep, our body does restore and replenishes. We have to have a good night, restful sleep. It is amazing when you want to lose weight and you probably consider, I'm just going to go on the diet or start exercising. And then please ask yourself a question, how many hours a day, how many hours do I sleep? If you're sleep deprived, you're actually prone to gaining weight. Your body does not have enough time to restore. Your body is craving for energy if you lack of sleep, which is immediate fix will be something quick, sugar, fast food, and then it becomes a vicious cycle. Your body is physically getting used to this type of boost. All right. Well, number 4, exercise. And I'm not talking about being in the gym 7 days a week. I'm talking about just the movement. The body is designed to move, whether you're in the gym, whether you're jogging or walking outside, any kind of physical activity. It is important. During the exercise, your body naturally fights free radicals. You oxygenate cells of your body. And actually with sweat, you also detox. Make sure to take a shower because you don't want your body to saturate your toxins back into your body. All right. Seems like between the transitions, I say, all right, isn't it? I wonder, before I move on, which is the most important for you so far that you feel you want to consider to really look into, maybe take on? So if it is labels, please type in labels. If it is sleep, I'm curious, type it sleep. If it is diet, I call it nutrition, but diet is a shorter way to type. Please type diet. If it's exercise, might be difficult word to type. Just say E for exercise. All right. I'd like to come back just a little bit for meals, because really nutrition is one of the most important aspects for our body, if not the most important. We are what we eat. So detoxifying your body by what you put in your body is really so important. We talked about labeling. We talked about some ingredients, the proteins, the fats, the fiber, fresh fruits and vegetables. We talked about water. But what we haven't talked about, I'm watching my time, is who you're being while you're consuming the food. Who you're being while you're putting something through your mouth. Have you ever asked yourself that question? The question would be, before you put anything in your mouth, ask yourself, am I to eat about stress? Am I to eat under stress? Not about, under stress. If your answer is yes, consider helping your body relax. And you can relax by just closing eyes for maybe 2 breaths or 2 minutes and take 10 deep breaths. It takes about 10 breaths for your body to switch from stress response to relax response. In the relax response, your body assimilates minerals and nutrients so much more. Your metabolism works higher, and that's where you actually digest the most. Not in the stress response. The stress response is your adrenaline response, where the blood rushes away from your stomach towards your feet, legs, and your brain for natural response to run away. That's how our physical body is designed. And you may ask, so how do I do that? What's interesting for our physical body is you can trick your body by just closing eyes and breathing slowly. And the body naturally will start, with your brain, start receiving the signal, oh, I'm breathing deep, so I must not be stressed anymore. I'll just switch to relaxed state. That's it. Another trick, while you're already eating, please spend a little bit more time, just 5 extra minutes. I know we're so busy, but 5 extra minutes, sometimes you might be surprised you actually can have that. If you swallow that food in 5 minutes, do you think you might have 10 minutes? So you can chew longer. Devote your time to chewing. So this is another thing. What if you only have 5 minutes? Really spend time on feeling the food you eat, the texture, the smell, the taste. Maybe even ask where it came from, who made it. Be grateful for it. How does it make you feel? I'm actually having in my afternoon, this is my afternoon gratitude tea. That's the way I called it. You know why I called it this way? Because in the middle of the day, I feel so overwhelmed, maybe stressed, maybe I'm running 1,000 directions. And I'm just giving this time for myself to relax, be grateful for what has happened, what is happening, what will happen. So I call it gratitude tea. Okay, last but not the least about the food is spread the time between the meals. The meals are not going anywhere. Don't shuffle all that. Speaking of Texas size, big meal, all in once. Maybe split your meal. If you're at the restaurant, take half of the meal to go before you even start your plate. Split that plate in a half, box to go, and eat another half. Split the time between the meals. Have at least 4 hours in between, or maybe small snacks in between as well. Don't starve yourself. So really start eating when you feel about three, like on a scale from 1 to 10, where 1, you're not hungry, 10, you're about to eat a horse. 3, start thinking about, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna eat. And once you eat, stop about 7, where 1, you're still hungry, and 10, you need to unzip your pants. Stop at 70% fullness. If you don't know how to stop while you're eating, keep asking yourself, how am I feeling? Am I feeling full? What is my percentage? Am I about 70%? If yes, stop eating, take it to go. All right, detoxify your body. We talked about drinking water. We talked about you are what you eat. Nutrition is so important. We talked about what nutrients is the best to consume. We talked about how to eat. We talked about the quality of calories you eat. Spreading the time between the meals, and also no alcohol. Please don't smoke, or try to eliminate the most you can. Read the labels. The farmer's Joe, the farmer Joe. And sleep is so important. Exercise. Among all this, I know sometimes it may sound, oh, that's just too much. How about just one thing that you heard today you would consider taking on? I am very curious. Please type in the comments. What will that be? Water. Please type water. Sleep. Is it sleep? Is it diet, which is meals and nutrition? Is it drinks, alcohol? Is it smoking? Is it exercise? We talked about just E for exercise. What is it? What is the most important aspect for you? Or maybe the easiest? Okay, so those are the basics of detoxifying your body. And feel free to join our Friends in Health Facebook group or my YouTube channel, The Natural Power 100. If you still have some questions, I always have a link underneath these videos to schedule a 15-minute conversation with me. It is complimentary if you just don't know where to start. I'll definitely help you with that. And if you're looking for the ways of maybe dropping some pounds or good vegetable protein powder, I also use my own, really enjoy it. We have 9 soy, we have soy plant, we have plenty of options. And I utilize them throughout my days, and especially after my tough workouts, it is really important. The body needs protein as well. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the community, and please give me any comments that you are. I see water comments. All right. I am very curious, always looking forward to your comments during and after as well. Invite anyone you know who would like daily motivation and inspiration in the wellness journey in our Friends and Health Facebook group. Before you go, leave me the last final comment of your main appreciation and aha from this conversation. What is it? I'll see you soon.